Exciting Times at the Nandi Airport by David McFadden. You don't body search a head of state. He just went storming by in his wheelchair at the Nandi Airport, surrounded by a select team of special assistants, the distinguished and very honorable Father Walter Linney, the Prime Minister of Vanuatu. With his arm in a sling, he's been body searched by Qantas at Honolulu Airport, as if he were just an ordinary bloke. Qantas officials acclaimed the inspector was very discreet. The metal detector couldn't be used on account of the wheelchair. Father Linney's got a lot on his mind. He suffered a stroke while he was abroad. And there are still a few countries who haven't signed the Pacific Nuclear Free Zone Treaty: the United States, France, the United Kingdom. He's also worried about the ruination wreaked on Vanuatu by Cyclone Uma. Ratu Sir Kamismara, the Fijian Prime Minister, has a tender embrace for his brother PM from a sister country, who smiles happily though he has so much woe. When I was a kid, I had a box of toys, but now I'm old, I have the entire universe. I had a small stroke when I was abroad, says Father Linney, but guess what? I was treated at the same hospital where they treated Ronald Reagan. No, yes, George Washington Hospital. Meanwhile, my driver, whose name is Save, tells me his forefathers ceded whole islands to the British in exchange for a couple of blankets. They had more islands than blankets in 1880. They'd been offered hundreds of thousands of pounds, but they figured the blankets were a better deal. He spoke simply and with great solemnity. Even how we don't understand money. But he quietly accepted my $2, though the ride was free, so no tipping allowed. He drove me along the south shore of the island. I was hoping to intercept the bus I missed. He was bitter about the Indians owning all the shops. I said at least the Fijians owned all the land. Yes, that's a good thing, he said with no expression. He said he had families on Vanuatu. I said softly I'd flown over it. And a few weeks later, the Indians won a majority in Parliament for the first time ever, and the Fijians staged an armed coup, kicked out the Indians, and formed a republic. The Indians went back to their little shops and decided to forget about politics. That is Exciting Times at the Nandi Airport by David McFadden.